Ben. Today we are going to be talking about our portfolio. Now we're going to make some moves today. Now let me tell you why we're going to make moves first and foremost, because this is very important. A couple weeks ago we were at 19,000 and I wasn't ready to make a move, and now Bitcoin's at $20,500. Now it's been here for about a couple days, and there's a good chance it goes back down still, in my opinion. However, there's a lot of data coming out. There's a lot of things pointing to the fact that maybe June was a capitulation. Maybe that was the bottom. I'm still sticking with, I think we're still going to bottom by the end of this month. However, for the very, very, very first time in this entire bear market, I'm considering that maybe we already bottomed. Potentially. This still would fit around the idea of the 4-year cycle. Now, what happens basically, in between, 12 to 14 months after peak, you get bottom, okay? Now, here's what's interesting here. So when you look back and you look at November, okay? November, I think it was 11th, that would put the bottom sometime in between November and January. This would be November 2022, this would be January 23, okay? However, if you remember the way things happen, we had this big spike for Bitcoin, and then it went down, and then it just spiked up slightly above. This was 69K, this was 64K. There was a total of 1 day where the price was above this number right here, 1 day. Next day it shot back down, and before you knew it, we were back below 60, back below 50, and heading back towards bear market, okay? Or towards a bear market. So here's what I'm trying to tell you. A lot of people believe the real peak was back here, okay? This was the real peak, this was the real peak, and this here, this was what we came up with a term for this, the false top theory. False top theory is that this was not really at the top, this was exit liquidity for institutions. They used this in order to cash out at higher prices before the bear market. But this here was the real top. Now, if this was the real top, and this was in April, and we go by our old handy dandy rule here at 12 to 14 months, that would put the bottom being sometime between April and June 2022. So this means we are looking at potentially, there could be some causation for this, right? To where it would still fit within the 4-year cycle. Now, we talked a lot about this back when we were in this range. Then June hits and we shoot down, and once again, it's a situation where potentially that could have been the bottom. And so if that is true, now look, I'm gonna still hold true to what I believe, which is I still do believe we get another bottom. However, if you only operate in crypto under a pretense that you are always correct, then you are going to fail miserably. You're gonna fail miserably. You have to take into consideration that you could potentially be wrong. So what does all this mean for our portfolios? This means even though we're higher than we have been over the last couple of weeks, I still think it's a good time to deploy some of our capital on the sidelines in case we are wrong. Basically what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be adding to our portfolios. We're gonna be adding to our 1,000, our 10,000, and our 25,000 our portfolio, which, by the way, overall, between all 4 of our portfolios, we are almost break even. We're like $1,500 out of 41,000 we put in from breaking even. So we're very close to breaking even right now, which is good. We never went too far below. We haven't ever had really big losses since we've been doing this portfolio. It's been pretty fun to watch. Let's start with the $100 or the $1,000 portfolio. We are not gonna be touching the ISO 2002 portfolio, by the way. We're gonna leave it the same. We made a move there last week. With our $1,000 portfolio, basically what we wanna do is we want to deploy, we have $650 on the sidelines. So we're gonna deploy $250 of that, I think. So we're gonna take, out of that $250, we're gonna take $150. We're gonna do $150 into the coins we already have, into ETH, and into ADA. Basically what that means is we're gonna be doing $75 each into these. So 75 each. And then we're gonna take the last $100 and we're gonna add our one major coin that we don't have yet in this portfolio, which is XRP. We don't want XRP in this portfolio for sure. In all my portfolios, except for our ISO 20022, we want ETH, Cardano, XRP, Polygon. These are the 4 that are gonna be leading our charge for the next bull run. Obviously, they may not be the coins that perform the greatest compared to some other coins. However, they are coins we want in our portfolio no matter what. So that's what we're gonna be doing with our $1,000 portfolio. That still leaves us with 40% of our capital on the sideline. We still have 40% of our USDC on the sideline. So let's move to our $10,000 portfolio. In this portfolio, we already have XRP, we already have ETH, we already have ADA, we have Optimism, which I think is going to turn into a really good pick, by the way. We are now up on Optimism. We bought $500 worth. It's at 521 right now. And we already have Polygon. So what does this mean we do now? Now we start looking for coins to add strategically. Now, a lot of people, they want to add coins at the wrong time. They just feel like adding something so they go and they get it. They don't pay attention to what it's doing right now. What I've done is, actually over here, is I have taken, see, this little Easter egg was on the board the entire time. All three of these, Aptos, Near, and Quant, these are all coins right now that are in the red. They're all in the red today. So since they're in the red, it may be a good time to pick some of these up. Obviously, some of these have a good run. Aptos, this is a little more speculative. Just to be clear with everybody, I own 0 Aptos personally, or corporately here. We've never bought Aptos before. I believe FTX played a big role in dumping it as it launched, but this is the future of layer 1 protocols. Aptos, and there's also a coin Sui. It hasn't released yet, but this one also is a layer 1 platform that's gonna do very well. Aptos and Sui are gonna both do very well. So we're gonna go ahead, in my opinion, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna add a combination of these 3 coins to both our $10,000 and our $25,000 portfolio. So in our $10,000 portfolio, we don't have a ton of coins in there. I already read off to you guys the ones that we do have. We have all 4 of the major ones plus Optimism. We have $5,800 sitting on the sidelines. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna deploy 2,800 of that. We're gonna deploy 2,800, and that is still gonna leave us with, once again, $4,000 worth of USDC. So once again, we still have 40% now on the sidelines. We've now gotten into where we're deploying more than half of our capital. So what we wanna do is we wanna look at what do we have here. So we have 1 full ETH, we have XRP, $618 worth, and then with ADA, we have 570. Let's take $1,500 of this and let's deploy $500 each into Aptos, QNT, and Near. Now, all 3 of these are projects we like for the bull run. So these are not just random coins that we're down and we're getting them in the red. These are projects that we've already targeted. We think these are gonna be good projects for the bull run. So we're adding them in right now. If one of them explodes, does really well, we can take some profits. So that is going to mean that we are gonna have $1,300 left. Let's just start deploying this to the projects that we like here. So let's say, let's do $433 each into XRP, ADA, and Matic. We're not gonna be adding any more to our ETH because we have 1 full ETH there. So we have the most in that we have in anything. This 433 will start catching that up. I'd like to have all of these plus, plus ETH. I wanna have all these kind of in where they're all about generally the same amount of allocation, because I think they're all gonna do well. They're safe picks, these are all safe picks. Keeping all that in mind, we're gonna basically go through and we're gonna do the same kind of process with our $25,000 portfolio here. $25,000 portfolio, we're gonna wanna leave at least $10,000. That gives us, actually here, we have about $5,000. We're just gonna say $5,000 to play with. And we're still, for all 3 portfolios, we have 40% of our money still on the sidelines, waiting for a bottom. Or confirmation that we are going up either way. So let's go ahead and take $1,500 worth of this, and let's go ahead and basically buy another ETH. That'll put us at like 2.5 ETH on this portfolio, so that's pretty good. Let's go ahead and take $1,000, put it into XRP. Now, I want you guys to keep in mind, when we're looking strategically to add coins, you wanna add them in the red. We wanna be adding more of these major coins to our portfolio. I don't really care if these are up or down today, if that makes sense. For the major coins, it doesn't matter as much. As long as they're not, if Ethereum was up 60% today, then yeah, probably wouldn't be a good time, but I think it's up like 15% on the week. But once again, if the market starts moving in the right direction, there's gonna be an explosion of everything. So it would continue to go up is my point. But let's go ahead and do $750 in Cardano, $800 into Matic. We'll go ahead and just make this 5,050, and we'll go ahead and add $1,000 worth of another project. We're gonna pick 2 of these and do 500 each. Quant has already like absolutely been ripping for a while, so we're gonna add Aptos and Near to this. So we're gonna do $500 each, Aptos and Near. So there we go. This is what our portfolios look like. Of course, at the end of this video, if we haven't already, we'll be showing you guys all the portfolios on the screen so you can see what they consist of, at least before the video. Next week, of course, these will be added on. We'll do that today. Hey, hope you guys enjoyed. This was exhausting. That's all I got. Be blessed. Big boy out.